Welcome back to What's the Brew. Now today is a very special day because your girl is gonna be brewing her first ever beer. That's right. And I'm using the Mr. Beer Craft Beer Kit. And I'm gonna be doing the Long Play IPA. So go ahead, stick with me, stay tuned, watch this video all the way through because I'm going to be going step by step, showing you all what comes in the kit and then my experiment, my experience, first time brewing using this kit. Now, I actually found this randomly at Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, I know, so random, right? I guess that's the beyond part. But I saw it and I said, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and do this, right? So this is what the box is looking like. Pretty cool because on the back, it shows you what you get in the box and what you'll need and how you go step by step through the process. Now this kit is supposed to make 2 gallons of beer and the process itself is gonna take 4 weeks. Now this video will be the first phase of the brewing process of me mixing everything and getting it in the fermenter. And then from there, I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 weeks. And then I'm gonna come back and show y'all the next phase of the brewing process. Hey, ain't nothing to it but to brew it. So let's get this thing going. All right, so here are all the goodies that came in the beer kit. Now we have got our fermenter, which is a little brown barrel. It's plastic, but I think it's kind of cool. It's a play on a beer barrel, which is neat. And you'll notice that under the lid there, you'll see some divots that's around the top there. I feel like that's so the beer can breathe, but just know that it's not defective. That's how it's supposed to be. We've also got our spigot that we are gonna install on this barrel, which I'll do in just a moment. We've got our yeast, which we all know that's essential for brewing beer. Hey, and we can't have the beer without the hops and the malts, right? So we've got our extract right here. And like I mentioned, this is the Long Play IPA. And fun fact, this blend is actually from an Australian brewing company called Cooper's Brewing. So I think that's pretty neat. And the kit also comes with some carbonation drops that we'll use when we get to the bottling process. And we'll pop those in there so we can get that fizz, that little bit of fizz, you dig? And then we've also got our no rinse cleaner. Now this is essential to the brewing process because we want to ensure that our fermenter, as well as all the other utensils and equipment that we're using to brew our beer, are 100% clean. Now the kit also comes with some really easy instructions to follow. So thank you, Mr. Beer, for breaking it down for your girl. I already looked through it and I'm like, okay, this is not as intimidating as I thought it would be. It also comes with a registration card if you want to register your beer kit, I guess, and they give you like 25% off, which is really neat. It also says that, you know, hey, your satisfaction is guaranteed, and if you're not satisfied, you can contact them. They'll replace your kit or, you know, work with you to make things right, which is really, really thoughtful. So yeah, that's how that's looking. It's also got a phone number on there and the hours of when you can contact them. So hey, I love that. Now it also comes with some stickers that say Mr. Beer. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but yeah. I imagine you'll probably have to put this on something dark if you really want it to stand out, but hey, that's also cool too if you want to rep Mr. Beer. Hey, Mr. Beer, Mr. Brewskis. Now, there are also a few kitchen items that you need along with this brew kit to get things going. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those essential items. I'm gonna clear off my little counter here and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. Y'all ready? Stick with me. Let's go. And here are the additional items you'll need. 2 gallons of refrigerated water, a can opener, a mixing spoon, or a whisk. Now, I decided to also throw in there a tablespoon just so I can be able to get into the crevices of that extract can because you know it's gonna be thick. Y'all, this is my girl Faith. She decided to pop out and say hi. Say what's up. Say what's up. All right, now you're also going to need a mixing bowl, a measuring device, measuring cup. I just decided to go with this one, and a large pot. So now we've got all the utensils that we need. So let's go ahead and get brewing, baby. Step 1 is assembling the spigot. You'll notice that it's got a washer on there. Now, you gotta take that washer off, and you'll see there's a little hole in your barrel. Now, we are going to stick that on in there. You want it like such. And then we're going to take this top off, and you're going to use this washer to tighten it from the inside. Let's see. Boom. And it's secure. That's how it's looking. And you'll see that it's got a little on and off little system there. So, hey, first step done. That was easy. Okay, so in the instructions, they actually recommend that you fill your keg up and let it sit for about 15 to 30 minutes to test and see if there are any leaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and ensure that this bad boy is secure. We don't want any leaks. No leaks. No leaks. No whammies. No whammies. There's some leaks. Okay, so update. My fermenter started leaking. As soon as it kind of was about to fill up, I saw it leaking. So this is actually the third time that I'm trying to fill it up and test it. I had to undo my spigot and the washer and make sure it was tighter. So even though they say make sure it's not too tight, yeah, you gotta make sure it's tight. So here we are, attempt number 3. I had to pull out my Skittles because I'm starting to get a little frustrated, okay? I'm starting to get a little frustrated. And sugar helps me cope. So this just goes to show how important it is to test your fermenter to make sure it's secure, because that would suck to go through the brewing process and then you're, letting your stuff sit for 2 weeks, and then, 2 weeks you go to follow up and you see it's unleaked everywhere. Y'all, I think I got it. So I let my fermenter sit for about 30-35 minutes just to ensure that that leak was fixed, and y'all, no drips. Thank you, God. All right, step 2. It's time to clean, baby. Hey, cleaning is one of the most important steps to the brewing process, and that's where this no rinse cleaner comes into play. This is going to help kill any sort of microscopic bacteria, any wild yeast, mold, any lingering germs that may be in our fermenter or on our utensils. Now, our utensils are already clean, but you still want to make sure that it comes in contact with this no rinse cleaner solution, because we don't want anything to throw off that flavor, that taste, or the quality of our brew. Okay, we're gonna start with our fermenter, AKA our keg, AKA our barrel. We wanna get this filled with warm water. And on the back of the barrel are 2 notches. There's a 1 and a 2. There it is, maybe you can see. There's a 1 and there's a 2. So we wanna get the warm water filled up to that 1, and then we'll dump in half of our no rinse cleaner and let it dissolve. All right, so we got our warm water. Now we're gonna go ahead and use only half of our no rinse cleaner solution, because the other half we're gonna use for our bottles when it's time for that. Is that half? Kinda hard to tell. Alrighty, so now we're gonna put our lid on top. Now remember that there are small divots in this top. So when you do go to shake this up, just know that some of it is going to spill from the top. Okay, so now we want to swirl this around. Swirl it, baby, swirl it. You can incorporate a dance in here, you know. Hey, 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 swirl it, swirl it. Hey, swirl it, swirl it. Hey, swirl it, swirl it. Hey. You can be as silly as you want. It's your beer, and this is the love that I'm putting in mine. All right, now you also want to kind of flip it to make sure we get the top. Now remember, it is going to leak some because of the divots in the top. Okay, so now we're going to clean the spigot area, and that's essentially us just opening up the spigot and letting it drain for about 5 seconds. All right, then I'm gonna close that up. Then I'll do it one more time, just for safe measure. Then I'll close it up. Okay, so we let it sit for about 2 minutes, and now we're gonna swirl this thing again. I think we swirled that bad boy real good. Okay, so now we're gonna take all of our utensils, so the measuring cup, the spoons, the can opener, all sitting in the mixing bowl, and we're gonna pour our solution into the bowl and let those items sit for about 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes. Now we can go ahead and dump this solution. Step 3, baby, the brewing process. Now there are 4 ingredients that are needed to make beer: malted barley, hops, yeast, and water. And I have got them and I'm ready to go. So let's get going. Mixing the malted barley, the hops, and the water produces something called wort. So we're gonna go ahead and mix our extract with water and add the yeast. Now this is going to start the fermentation process for us, where that yeast breaks down the sugars, creating alcohol. Now this fermentation process takes about 10 to 14 days. What we want to do is we want to take the label off of the can, because we're going to submerge it in hot tap water, and that's just to warm up the extract inside so it can come out nice and smooth. All right, this is what it's looking like. Before we rip that label off, it kind of talks about the Long Play IPA, gives you a little example of how it's supposed to come out, and it says, Long Play IPA delivers the variety hallmark hoppy flavor in a world-class drinkable session brew. This beer is a perfect complement to a late night jam session, a weekend barbecue, or just a relaxing evening with friends after a hard day's work. With its golden caramel color, floral aroma, and signature IPA finish, friends will have a hard time believing you brewed this beer yourself. Just like a LP vinyl record, the Long Play IPA brings out every nuance and produces a long-lasting enjoyment, allowing you to rock on. Okay, Mr. Beer, I'm digging the copywriting. There we go. Got the can. And it comes with the brewing instructions. All right, so now that we got that label off, we want to place this can in hot tap water to kind of warm up that extract. I'm just gonna take this pot, fill it up with hot water, and let it sit for a few minutes. Okay, so using our clean measuring cup, we are going to pour 4 cups of water into our large pot, and we're gonna bring that to a boil. Whoa, whoa. That's for the homies. Okay. So there we got that. Now we're going to bring this water to a boil and then take that water off the heat. Okay, so our water just came to a boil. I turned it off and I took it off the heat. Now we're going to take our can of extract that has been sitting in that hot tap water, and we are going to use our can opener, which remember we sanitized in that no rinse cleaner, and we are going to open up this can from the bottom is what they suggest. Ooh, y'all ready? Oh, you heard that? Ooh, it's nice and golden looking. Wow, you can smell the aroma of the malt, y'all. It smells so good. Wow. Is it weird if I taste it? Kind of tastes like candy. So this is what it's looking like inside the can. Looking like syrup. All right, so I've got our pot of hot water that just came to a boil. You can see it's steaming. Can easily give myself a facial right now. But we are going to go ahead and get our malts extract into the water. Now let's make our wort, baby. I think it's wort. No, I think it's wort. Whatever. We about to make it work right now, okay? Oh, wow. Getting it in there. Has like a dark amber color to it. This is so cool, y'all. Like, I love to drink beer, but I never really thought about like brewing it. I always just thought it was a very complicated process, which in a lot of ways it is complicated, but just, you know, using this beer kit and going through the steps and really understanding like how beer is made, this has really been a fun experience, and I can't wait for the actual like tasting day to see how it comes out. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because I'm like, is my beer gonna be good? But we'll see. It's all a learning experience, right? All the lessons I learn, I just take to the next brew, because this definitely won't be my last time brewing, that's for sure. Let me just use this tablespoon here just to kind of get the remainder out. I think I cleaned that out pretty good, huh? Let it mix. I want to show y'all what it's looking like. Let me grab my other. All right, this is what it's looking like. So it's a little dark, but remember that we are going to be mixing our spring water with it in our keg. Y'all, this is so cool. I feel like a brew master right now. I'm the what's the brew master, baby. So we have got our wort ready to go, and it's looking like it is thoroughly mixed. Everything is dissolved. Oh, the aroma right now, you can just smell that malt. It's got like a warm, sweet, kind of a nutty scent to it. So I am going to put this to the side, because now we are going to get our barrel filled to that #1 spot with cool water. So let me go and move this. All right, so now it's time to fill our barrel up to that #1 spot. All right, here we go, baby. All right, spin a little bit more to get it to the #1 spot. So let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. that to the #1 mark there. And now we're going to take our wort and we're gonna pour that into our keg. Okay, so now I definitely don't want to spill this. Go ahead and get this in there. There it is. Look at that, look at that, look at that right there. Okay, so now we want to pour some more water in here to get it to that #2 notch. Guess there was a little extra water left over. Okay, so we have got our mixture in our barrel. Oh, hold on. Hold on, what's leaking? Oh, I must have spilled some of it. Okay, so I saw that I had some on the counter and I was like, no, don't tell me it's leaking. But I think I had spilled a little bit when I was pouring the wort into the barrel because everything seems to be fine. So, false alarm. Whew. But now that I've got that in there, I want to go ahead and get this all mixed up. All right, it's time for our yeast. Here we go. Oh, oh, it smells like bread. Okay, so this is like the cherry on top, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and sprinkle this yeast right into our barrel. And we're not gonna stir it. We're actually gonna let it sit. And that is what's going to make it ferment. Oh my God, it's in there. All right, we got our yeast in there, y'all. That's what it looks like inside the barrel. No need to stir. You can see it's kind of already moved around and spread itself out and it's ready to do its thing. But how cool is that? Kind of smells like bread. All right, so we got the lid on there and now we wait. I am going to put this in a cool, dark place and let it sit for about 10 days. At the 10-day mark, I'm going to take just a little sip to see where it's at. If it tastes like flat beer, then I know I'm spot on. If it's still a little sweet on the maltier side, then I'm gonna give it 4 more days to sit and ferment, and then I'll come back to it. So I'm gonna be coming back to y'all with the next phase of this video where I go and bottle up this goodness. So my goal for this is to have my own beer by Thanksgiving. Yeah, I want to be able to share my brews with my friends and family, kick back, relax, savor it, and just be grateful for it all. So that's the goal here. I think I'm on par. Now I'm gonna come back to y'all with that next video, give you an update, and let you see my bottling process. But until then, thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop it in the comments and let me know if you have ever used the Mr. Beer Craft Beer Kit, or if you've used some other kits that have worked for you. Let me know, tell me all about it. What'd you think of it? How'd your brews come out? Be sure to hit a like on this video, share it if you care, and until next time, what's the brew, baby? Peace.